Hello everybody and welcome back to Riverbend Springs, edit by Stevie. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, and I hope all is well with you and yours. If you are in California, please stay safe. Apparently the fires are still raging like a wild inferno, and from what I understand it's going to be getting windy. The wind's picking up, which is going to make things all that more dangerous. For everyone else, if you are at all anywhere is remotely interested in maybe donating to the Red Cross for wildfire relief, I do have information about that down in the description, because this week we have dedicated in the channel the kind of wildfire awareness week with respect to the sad devastation that's going on in LA area in California. On other news, it is going to be a brisk night tonight here, and lows early next week in the single digits Fahrenheit to negative digits Fahrenheit, which is maybe not uncommon for some folks, but it's pretty uncommon here for me on the East Coast. How's it going? Oh, you can be cheap, Mr. Dio, all you want. Continue to play 22 for as long as you are enjoying 22. David, a vehicle inspector would be great, and who knows, maybe it's in that giant list of pending testing. I was saying in the pre-show that I know for a fact there are mods that dropped yesterday, there are mods that dropped today that were submitted nearly 2 months ago to Giants. Okay, so they've got quite a backlog, and they're going to be working through that backlog. But it's pretty evident to me that we are in a position today, approximately 2 months after release, with more mods released for FS25 than we had 2 months after release for FS22. Now that claim is going to be hard to verify, so it's just a feeling I have, because it's hard to go back to the mod hub because they don't really document original release date, right? The date that's up there on all those mods is last updated. But I feel that as of 2 months post-release, we have more mods today for 25 than we had way back in 22. 2 months after, what the hell is going on here? 2 months after release of FS22. So I feel, and I doubt Giants will ever admit it, I feel that they were just unprepared for the influx of mods this early on, and they are playing catch up. Every new game release, there is a backlog, especially with the holiday break. So the fact that there is a backlog is nothing new. But what's new, I feel, is the degree of the backlog is significantly more, because there's more people putting things up than ever before. So to that end, like I said, I feel a vehicle inspector, heck, it might be sitting there waiting to be tested. But I have no doubt that it will be coming. I feel that pretty much everything that came out for 22 will be coming out for 25, because it's, from the scripting standpoint, I think it's fairly straightforward to bring things over. From a modding standpoint, depending if you're doing vehicles, structures, or other things, there are some differences, but it's not drastically different. With respect to vehicles, we've got a whole new painting system for sure. We have a different tire system for sure, but beyond those two things, I think for the most part it's pretty similar. Schultz has made it. Oh, David, today I found out that another creator will be attending the National Farm Machine Show. An actual farmer from somewhere, maybe up there in, I don't know, if it's Wisconsin, Michigan, or Iowa, or Idaho, or I don't know, one of them there states. Farmulator Gaming over on Facebook will be attending the show, so we're going to be trying to hook up with him and his at the show as well. Yeah, the more the better. The more the better. I'm trying to get Schultz to go, but I don't know. I don't think he's allowed to leave state. That's what I hear. I feel like that area over there by the roadside is too curved with respect to the ground. We'll have to come at it from a different angle. How about the what's that toy show? Farm Progress Show. How about that one? That's in another state too. This is, well, I mean, you could hire a helper and they do it all for you, but this is just this is not turn assisted. You turn your own. Now, of course, there is now a beta of Horseplay, and auto drive is now available. So those looking to use that will be able to do their automations there. What's up, Farmer G? Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I would say. If I were to miss something about courseplay, that'd be the biggest thing, is being able to use it for things like baling or swath collection. Well, I mean, I've said before, driving from point A to point B is one of the things I enjoy doing in a game because, well, you get to see the map and you get to see things. So when auto drive came out, I'm like, I don't see the purpose of that. Why would I want to not drive around? Right? That's me. Others that want to play management simulator, then it's great for them because they can tell their worker, here, you go do this and you go do that and all of that, which is fine. Right? That's the beauty of Farm Sim over so many other titles. So many other titles, there's one way to play, and everyone that plays the game has to basically play it that way. Or more or less, there's set things that have to be done, and you may be able to do them in different orders, but when it comes to doing task A, you have to do task A for the most part a specific way. But when it comes to Farm Sim, there's so many different ways to do task A, or you don't have to do task A at all. I really prefer strawberry jam. Personally, if I were to pick, it would be strawberry jam. Strawberry jelly. Although apple butter is pretty good. But strawberry jam and jelly for me, because, well, it matches my overall philosophy in life, is that the best flavor is red, regardless of what it is. So, what's the best jam or jelly? Red. And strawberries red. So therefore, it qualifies. Zodlak 5, welcome to the stream. That's still fine. There's other red dyes in the world. And since I'm colorblind, I won't know that it's no longer red dye number 3. It could be red dye number 4 for all I know, and it probably looks the same. Well, glad to have you here. We're just going to be hanging out for the next few hours, playing Farm Sim, chatting it up. Where do you hail from, Sir Zodlak 5? We have quite an international audience typically. Alrighty, we got that part done. Let's go harvest this field and figure out. Alright, we're gonna have to do this. Oh, you know, it'd be awesome. It'd be awesome if one of these was at the farm show next month. They didn't have a MacDon Swather last year, but they did the first year I was there. And I have to tell you, it's a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. South Beach, Miami. Oh, it sounds like you're living the hard life. Living a hard life. I'm feeling for you, man. That's rough. Rough living out there by the beach. I mean, you get sand and everything. It's just a curse. Curse. I wouldn't surprise me if you're not looking to move, maybe. You know, I can tell you where you can go where you won't have to worry about sand at all. You come here to the mountains of Virginia, you don't have to worry about sand. Alright, here we go. Well, thank you for your service. And with all those wildfires in California, one's got to think about all those firefighters putting their lives on the line every day for folks that they have no idea who they are. Oftentimes a very thankless occupation. Oh, the weather next week for me is going to be cold. Cold, cold, cold. We're looking at temps in the 40s over the weekend. Rain during the highs. Possibly some snow on Sunday. But Sunday night, we're looking at singular digits. Between Sunday and Monday, single digits. So any wet roads are going to be iced over. Any falling precip will just become ice. And snow on ice, which is not a good option. And then I think high in the low 20s. Monday and Tuesday at least, single digit lows both those days. Oh, Zalakov. I wish them well. Wish them well. My wife was a firefighter for years. Volunteer EMS for years. Ultimately, the hard work caught up to her body. And she had to hang it up. Oh, wow. Just last week. Have you? So you just moved? Just moved to Miami, or what? Alrighty, there we go. Let's go and unload this. We need 20,000 liters of beans for our pig food manufacturing. So 28 years, that would mean that you were active during the well, you know. Again, thank you for your service. David, it will be interesting when Vehicle Inspector does come out for 25. Now that they show the fill levels and everything for trailers and things that are adjacent to you, hopefully he'll make use of that mechanic and show things like that in the bar graph. That would be pretty neat. FS Constituency, welcome to the stream. Hope things are going well for you. Keeping warm across the pond, maybe? How cold does it get over there in the old winter time? Let's turn this off. We don't need to see them mire lines. We got two beach goers here. Man, that's fine. I don't like the water. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Now all you got to really worry about is hurricanes. Although I don't know how frequent hurricanes hit the Miami area. It might be a bit further south, and not be in the big avenue. Oh, Owen. Well, I would say first off, what do you play on? Do you play on, obviously if you're thinking about getting 25, then you're either on PC or PlayStation 5. Xbox XS. Because of course if you're on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, FS25 isn't available on those platforms. The other question, if you're on PC, would be what do your system specs look like, right? FS25 has a bit higher spec requirement than 22. Alright, so on PS5, if you're just getting into Farm Sim, I mean, if you're playing 19, then maybe you're just getting into Farm Sim, or you just really like 19, and you've never really updated. At this day, your better sales are probably going to be on 22 because it's the previous version. 22's got huge mod support. 25's mod support is growing slowly. So there's that. So if you are someone that likes to make use of mods and mod maps, then in the immediate future, 22 is going to be where it's at. Long term, 25 will be where it's at for sure, because while I believe there are still some folks who may be doing work for 22, it's going to be few and far between releases for mods as far as going forward for that platform or for that game. But you're definitely going to see more discounts for 22 than 25 at the current moment. I have no idea, Blake. I don't follow any of his work, but I don't recall seeing it drop in the last couple of days, so my guess it's in what I call mod purgatory, with 1,000 plus other mods at this point. There you go, 22. I mean, they're doing some content updates for the mobile version. there hasn't been any news that they have a new mobile version in planning. I wouldn't expect to see a new mobile version until 2026 myself, if I were to venture a guess. But, you know, it's hard to say. Maybe we'll see a mobile version toward the end of the year. But I think right now they have enough on their plates with the 4 DLCs planned for FS25 this year. As well as what other content updates they may have planned for 25 that we don't know about. What's up, Lindo Base? Did I get that right? I think the first DLC will drop in late February, early March. It's slated for Q1, which is anytime between now and the end of March. So if it's going to drop toward the end of February, I would expect there to be some news announcements about it here in the coming weeks. Because we're just 4 weeks away from the National Farm and Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm going to be going there. That's going to be February 12 through 15. So I would venture a guess that we are 6 to 8 weeks out from the first DLC. What is going to be on the first DLC? Who knows? Who knows? The hint is innovative machinery. Let me see if I can't pull up that graphic and shows you guys what it says. Just pause here while I try to find it. Won't be too hard. So here we go, year 1 season pass, innovative machinery is the first DLC in the first quarter of 2025. So the first quarter of 2025 is January through March, right? So they've got until the end of March for that to drop. I think maybe the end of February, maybe the middle of March time frame. Performance on the plains and prairies, second quarter, so that's going to be April, May, and June. All stars align. It's going to be the third quarter, July, August, or September. And then dive into a new map with this expansion, the UK Irish expansion, no doubt. That's going to be October, November, or December. Look for it to release sometime around the 1-year anniversary of Farm Sim 25's release. I mean, what we learned from FS22's hints is that they take great liberty, or great artistic liberties with their hints. So it could literally be anything. We are harvesting soybeans. So we swath the soybeans with our MacDon swaffer. And we're using the MacDon pickup header to pick those beans up and put them in the bin. Because we get approximately 25% yield boost. We get a 25% yield boost when swapping soybeans, wheat, barley, oats, and canola. I mean, wouldn't really call it a rug, but okay. So think of it like they're putting a windrow to dry. Okay, so you come through with a header. Right, you come through with this header. Here we go. Come through with this header, cut it off. Looks a lot like a general grain header, but we have belts that bring it to the middle and dump it into a windrow underneath, right underneath our MacDon here. And then we use our special pickup header here to pick the beans up off the ground and run them into the harvester, at which time the bean is separated from the chaff. And the idea is that it's more gentle on the plant to harvest this way, and we can basically windrow our crop while it's still a little green, and it will then hold on to the bean better, or hold on to the seed better. So we're going to have less loss of the gyrations of it running through the header and such. And it can dry in the windrow. And since it's a very gentle process to pick this up and bring it into the harvester, then we have greater yield because we have less loss in the harvest process. And the MacDon pack was a pre-order bonus. It's available as a standalone DLC, but from what I understand, the swathing functionality is base game, so modders can release their own swathers, and then at that point, right, you'll have the swathing capability without having to own the MacDon. But I don't think we've seen any swathing released yet. It's not harder. You just have to pay attention to your harvest schedule. I guess I never did a video on the crop counter, did I? Maybe I'll do one this weekend. So you have your crop counter, and you can plant when the appropriate time says you can plant, and you harvest approximately when it says you can harvest is when you can expect your crops to harvest. But if you don't like it, well, you just come here and you say no. Turn it off. And by turning it off, then you can plant and harvest whenever the heck you want. Okay? So if doing it through the calendar doesn't suit your needs or your desires or your interests, then just turn it off. But yeah, definitely planning ahead, you know, looking at your fields and deciding, all right, I want to put this in this field, I want to put this in that field. And then, well, what month is it? Right? When can I plant those crops? And then what needs to happen in the field to facilitate planting in those crops, and then how many months do I have to get that work done? Those are all general questions you're going to ask yourself and answer. And then once you have developed a plan of what crops you want in what fields, when you can plant those crops, then you have a general idea of how much time you have to do whatever field work is required to get ready for the time to plant. And if you don't do that planning early on, you may find that your opportunity's lost for a year in order to put that whatever crop in. So like, for example, here, you know, we can't plant barley after October. We can't plant wheat after October. So if we miss our opportunity to plant barley or wheat, the only other crop that produces straw is going to be oats, and we have to wait until March in order to plant those, right? I like to use it because it helps kind of set the stage for things that need to be done during specific times of the year. All right, Owen, I do have quite an extensive list of videos for 22 and 25, so it's definitely worth checking those out in the channel as you make a decision on what you want to pick up. Oh yeah, I want to see in 25 a lot more seasonal calendar variations. I was really disappointed with the lack of different variations in 22. All right, now we can fire this thing up. Activation. Make me some pig food. Wow, that is a very common rotation here on the East Coast too. We did that growing up. We'd plant wheat or barley, I don't know which, maybe both, and then after we would bring that in, get the straw off the field, we would immediately plant beans in those crops or in those fields. I would think probably further south you would have more options to double crop. Potentially you might even be able to double crop. Whoa, we got rain coming. Uh-oh. We might even be able to double crop corn to the south. Let's see. Did we get the message about yield reduction? Oh my gosh, it's hail. It's hailing. That's hail. Wow, it's raining a lot more than I thought it was. Now we get that statement. Alright. Alright. Fine, we got other things we can do. Two corn harvests a year. There you go. I mean, around here the saying is knee-high by mid-July. Means you're going to have a good corn harvest. Because you've got it in the ground early enough, it's growing well. We're gonna put these beans in our silo. I don't want to have them locked away in the pig food mixer. So I mentioned we're now getting bukus of honey. We have 2 full pallets of honey now, and almost a third. Remember Monday's live stream? We had 1 pallet, and we were working on another. Well, overnight, we've made that. See, our chickens are all right. What do we have? We have 131 chickens. I think I did a load of TMR already. Let's go grab another load of TMR while it's raining. Over 1,000,000 liters of TMR. We're not gonna have to make any more TMR, that's for sure. Unless we get a whole lot of cows. Jason, I got some bland corn to sell you. You want some bland corn? What is it? Is it O? You. No. Would you stop? Why is... Alright, fine. There. That's what I wanted all along. I mean, I'm hoping Giants brings out the fix for the manure soon. 23,000 liters. Oh, they got slurry we can get. We got milk we could haul. Where's my semi? Alright, let's go haul some milk. Since we're hooked up to this. No, I don't want buffalo milk. Here we can see our field of wheat that we finished up off camera. We had yield bonus to 92%. It has been rolled. It has been weeded. The only thing we're short on is mulch. We didn't mulch it. And we're probably maybe a little low in yield because of we didn't top the lime off. Anybody that didn't see my large collection of beehives, there's 42 of them here. This will assure that I get plenty of honey going forward. Well, I mean, you know, it feels like we don't get enough honey with a reasonable number of beehives. So I just wanted to see how many it took to get a relatively ample supply of honey. And 42 will get you there. So, what was that, like 70,000 liters worth of beehives? Or $70,000? Alright, I need to check. What did I do my slurry before? Oh, I brought it in here to make liquid fertilizer. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. We can sell it. Oh, dude, I'm getting lots of honey. I can get a pallet a day. How many days will it take to pay back my honey investment? I don't know. Honey, 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 honey. So what? 1,000 liters, $1,000 a liter, 10,000 liters. So we need 70,000. 70 days. of gameplay. 70 divided by 12 is a lot. I want a good American tanker. These little stubby trailers with 3 axles, they just look weird. Oh, S. Johnson, I can look forward to some sweet corn also. The wife says I'm a sweet corn snob. I say it's because I grew up growing it and selling it at the roadside. So I'm rather particular about the sweet corn I'm willing to eat. Alright, let's go. Let's go get some water. Down here in the river. I mean, river water is fine for fertilizer. Just tippity toes in there. Tippity toes. All right, let's work hard. Let's see how many of those gauges really worked. Oops, wrong one. What, in this little pond? In this thing? I mean, you're not getting a semi-tanker load of water out of here. Alright, does this thing not hold liquid? Yes, it does. Okay. Let's turn around then. Oh, that's just perfect. That was just amazing. I think this is over in town. Alright, let's keep the speed up. No stopping for me. AI traffic doesn't stop. Why should I? Right? I have to say, looking at the reflections in the road, that's not going to get old for a long time. All right, let's make us some money. Some stink water to liquid gold. Nearly $40,000. Easy money. Easy money. Let's head back and grab another load. Since it's raining, can't do much more than that. Scooter, thank you for being a member for 44 months. Man, I think 4 months short of 4 years. Wow, it's been that long. Alright, I'll have to check it out afterwards. What's it hold? Like, does it hold magical things? Well, we know we won't get hit by the train. It just came through. Well, it won't be hard to tweak it if it doesn't hold magical things like liquid fertilizer. What have you been occupying yourself with? Work? We know that's not the case. Modding? Hard to be motivated when it takes 2 months to get something through the mod hub. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh. Organizing your junk so you can store more junk. It's a very worthwhile endeavor. Alright, that wasn't bad. Anybody try those new hay and TMR productions in the mod hub today? We got 2 TMR factories. One that takes mineral feed, I remember, and one that does not. We had a hay dryer, pig food maker. I thought the pig food maker was ironic because I was planning on making pig food tonight. I will drop it off. What is running? You're still running? Alright, let's go. Let's go grab more stuff then. Like a pallet of milk. Let's go grab some pallets of block. Oh. Pallets of eggs. Yeah, stack the milk on top of the eggs on top of the milk. Oh, looky. We filled out that pallet. Now we got another one. We're hot on our heels to pay off or buy back our investment. So if we crash and flip our trailer full of goat milk, eggs, and honey, what do we make? Other than a sticky mess. Why Why, why do you put a pallet of cinder block on top of my honey? Seriously, people. So, quite an assortment on the trailer here. Tyler, good evening. How many more pallets can we expect? That's it. Alright, I want to switch this over to left shift H. Single layer. What? Oh, what? Alright, that's fine. I like that mode better. Alright, where are we taking all this stuff? Eggs. Okay, how about eggs? Duckies. How about goat milk? Duckies ain't bad. Bottled milk. Duckies is general store. That's fine. In our cement. Farmer's market. Well, we might just sell everything to farmer's market. What's up, Delilah? How's it going? Hope the weather's not too bad up there. I nearly rolled the trailer last time I turned. I saw it in the mirrors. I'm like, oh. We nearly had a big old mess. There's our potato field. I mean, if we just average your temperatures and our temperatures, it'd be a nice day. Roll on in here to Sunset Farms. No, wrong area. $19,000. Let's see. Do we have anything in showcase? Where's my honey? Where's my honey? I've been very disappointed with this farmer's market. They don't put out my products when I bring them here. Like, where's my bottled milk? Where's my honey? Where are my eggs? Not cool, people. Not cool at all. What's up, Simper? I like this house over here. I like this drive. Maybe we can take and put Scooter's mailbox down here across the street. Right here at this sign, put a mailbox. Let's take the ferry. I missed a turn. Here it is. Uh, 22 tons, we're good. We're good. Oh, it's a foggy day. I do wish we could drive these little boats. And I do wish that we could, I was really hoping that we could use these little tugboats to bring logs down the river. That didn't happen. Yeah, we're gonna get cold temps next week too. Not minus 20, but singular digits to minus digits. Trailer looks dirty. It's in the rain, it should be getting cleaned off. When's this rain gonna stop? Oh yeah, the rain has stopped. There's a sale on it. What's this? Case IH 14. Oh. Oh, look at that. Now we can get back to harvesting. Let's chase the mail truck down. You trying to brake check me, buddy? Think if I go and hit a government vehicle, still not gonna be your fault? Oh, wow. What did you have the deformation set at? There must have been a whole lot of going up and back and up and back and up and back. Oh, I left this thing running. I think that's like 400. It's over on the other screen, I guess. You know what? I just had a thought. I wonder what the smallest value is, and will that turn it off? I want to go look. I'm pretty sure I got mine set to 400. No, that's tire tracks. I guess they don't have the, Oh, what's this do? I'm not going to keep this on for long because no tire tracks looks dumb. But I've had people ask before if there's a way to turn off deformation. It'd be interesting if this turns that off. I think it does. I don't see any deformation. Right? Here's where we were. Now let's quit without saving. And go back and do that over again. And then we'll harvest that again, and I think we'll see a visual difference. Alright, let's go do something a bit more, a bit more obvious. I was just looking to see if I brought the trailer up here or not. Alright, so let's grab a tractor. No. No. Yeah, this one. And let's go grab that plow we just got. I think we need to plow up that potato field anyway. And we'll get this started. I turned plowing off, but at any rate. Okay. Now let's grab something like this. Nice heavy tractor. Like that's pretty obvious. Right? That's pretty obvious that we've got ground deformation going on here. Zero. At least it loads up pretty quick. Alright, so now we turned tracks off. We still have our brown plow look. I mean, I think it's still happening. Yeah. It's still happening, but it definitely doesn't look like it's happening a lot. It's definitely still happening. So, nope, that's not a way to turn it off. Alright, that'll be the last time we do that for the night. Well, we have 28 hours on this game save. Having the deformed tire tread really does, though, help sell the effect. Alright, so let's go see what this field needs. Probably just needs to be cultivated. Right, it's, did we get a mulch state? We did. We did get a mulched state. Adam, we do have mod maps. We have New Frontier. That's the only one we have, but it's available on console. Why are there not others? Well, because it takes time to make a map. And while we are indeed 2 months post Farm Sim 25 release, the Giants tools for making maps was not released at the same time the game was. It was released a few weeks later, so we're probably more like a month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks post Giants editor being released. Now, it's a great possibility that we have some number of maps pending testing with Giants, but there is a massive, absolutely massive backlog of over 1,000 mods pending testing last time I looked. A couple of mods released yesterday and today were uploaded to the Mod Hub 2 months ago, or nearly 2 months ago, on November 21st and 22nd, just to give you a general idea of where Giants is with respect to releasing submissions and testing submissions. So very likely there's 5-10 maps pending testing. Will we see them in the next week? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. So all I can say is patience. Patience, young lad. And if that means firing something else up in the meantime, then that's what it means. I was hoping the Giants would release Silver Run Forest as a mod map by now, but they haven't. I'm not frustrated, but anxious to start seeing mod maps come out. Mod maps are the bread and butter of the channel. So without map videos, there's been a falling off of views for sure. So you know, I want to get those mod maps starting to roll. But all we can do is sit here and wait. Well, Adam, maybe we're half-century brethren. Maybe we're in that fraternity. Silvered hair fox. There's been a new mod map. New Frontier is the only one. We looked earlier at the start of the stream. Now, New Frontier has itself a couple variations within it in the second update. There has been more maps released in FS22. Yes, there has been. If you recall, when FS25 released, there were still a couple hundred mods pending testing for 22. And at least one of those couple hundred mods pending testing for 22 was the map, or one of the maps that released last week. For 22, finally. So for that mapping group, looks like Terra Life Plus and all that also got updated recently. But for the Pinnell mapping group, you recall, we did a video about that map, pre-release video about that map a couple months ago. That map's been through multiple submissions and multiple rounds of testing, and they finally got that map released last week for 22. So at least somebody is going to be able to enjoy it, hopefully. So yeah, on top of having a record number of mod submissions for 25. They're still having submissions for 22. With the most recent updates being today. Today there are mods released for 22 and 25. I mean, it's I don't know. Honestly, I don't understand the mod craze that people get under. If there aren't any mod releases, it's like they go ape shit. It's like, I don't know, do they live their life around mods, and if they don't have any mods, they don't have anything to do with their life? I don't understand it. Mods are nice, but I'm not affected either way. But yeah, it was released last week for 22. Hopefully it'll get reworked for 25, so the larger player base can also get access to it. I'm sure it'll come out for 25, yeah. Maybe it's in the list of 1,000 mods sitting in mod purgatory. Maybe we'll see it by May. I don't know. All I can tell you is that I know for a fact mods that are getting released right now, at least some of them, were sent to Giants over 6 weeks ago. November 21st, November 22nd, before Thanksgiving, for those of you in the States. Some of the mods that were released today were submitted before Thanksgiving. Ninja Buggy, thank you for the sub. We're actually going to be shutting down here in a few minutes. We usually stream for about 2 hours. I need to go to work tomorrow, so we can't go too terrible long. But there's always the replay. So there you go, November 19th to today. I mean, we might see that in a content update, a free content update. So I would say, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, if you follow somebody on a social media or whatever, and they're just like, yeah, I submitted this to the mod hub. At this point in time in January, I wouldn't expect to see it until the second half of February. Now, Giants claims 21 working days or something from submission to testing on average. Well, that's 21 working days, okay? A week has 5 working days, so that's 4+ weeks. Right, so in theory, things sent today, we are looking at Valentine's Day at the earliest. And submissions aren't slowing down. They're still coming in. That's part of the struggle. Is, let's say they can go through, let's say they can test 200 mods a day. And let's say there's a backlog of 1,000 mods. Well, that's only 5 days, right? Except, let's say there's 125 mods being submitted every day. So they're only really making a dent in this hypothetical situation of 25 mods on that backlog per day. So when there are holidays where they're off work, when staff are off on their own schedule, so they're not able to burn through those 200 per day, they either make no ground or lose ground. And they don't test on the weekend. So if the submission rate continues over the weekend, right, they're on Monday, they're up 300 from where they were on Friday. Or up 275, 250. So, no doubt, Farm Sim 25 is the most modded farm sim with respect to where we are today, number of mods released today, to the number of mods we had released in FS22 at the 2-month window. Maybe we had more maps released for FS22 at this point. I don't know. Honestly, you probably have to go back and look at my map review playlist to figure that out. But I'm pretty sure they didn't have 1,500 mods pending testing, which was a number they had early last week. So, patience. Patience. But I do like this diamond disc. She gets the job done, and she gets it done pretty quick. So I think we'll hang out here while we finish this particular job, and then we're going to say goodbye for the night. Tomorrow night is Thursday night. Nothing in the works for Thursday night. I had to think about that for a little bit. Thursday night's just a chill out night. Friday night, we're going to be on our secondary channel doing our Friday night Rec Fest, where we get together in multiplayer and it just, well, quite frankly, we wreck everybody, and whoever gets wrecked the least ends up winning the races. But it's a great opportunity to get your weekday frustrations out. And then Saturday evening, we're going to be again streaming on our secondary channel, Explanation FK Funhouse, for a link to that. Saturday nights, we've been doing a multiplayer Baldur's Gate 3 run on Tactician with some folks who are in the Discord. So we'll be continuing that. And then Sunday night, again on our secondary channel, we're going to be streaming a multiplayer American Truck Simulator Convoys. That's where basically we drive like a bat out of hell on the highways and byways of central and western United States, raising all types of mayhem and seeing how much trouble we can get into with the law. It's a great opportunity and a great time. Well, I mean, and then you're going to be traveling, right? I think it's pretty obvious I won't be making Wreckfest in 4 weeks. Because I'll be in Kentucky. Oh, now that we have our plow, we could come in here and fix this weather damage. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have the a good signal. Like, well, you'll know, but cell signal in the convention center, expo center, is abysmal. Once you get, like, you know, 100,000 people in there. There won't be that many people at the tractor pull, but I mean, it's been so bad I couldn't even pull up Discord. I couldn't even pull up text. I had to walk outside just to get enough signal to be able to pull up Discord to send a message. Alrighty. Like I said, I think I'm going to come by here with our plow and fix a couple of these areas that have weather damage. Well, thank you all for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. I think I completely forgot about our farm baron shout out, so apologize for that. And until next time, happy farming.